All right, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like it's clearing up out there. Now, the title of this, the USA is hell is going down, right? US. And if you listen to some of these documentaries about the dollar bill, it's useless. It's going to be useless there pretty soon. Now, I got an insight that a lot of people are investing in silver mines and gold mines uh, because the dollar bill is over with. And a lot of these countries now are going to switch over to a different currency and not accept American money anymore. So that's going to throw America into a down spiral. The government, they don't know what to do. Of course, the rich will remain rich, right? But when they won't be rich because nobody will accept their money because the dollar bill is going to be vanished, gone. And in order to uh, buy anything, you will need silver or gold. And we've been watching this pattern. They want this to happen. It will be the collapse of America. I don't know what they're trying to do. It's just, it's unbelievable. It's almost like they're forcing this upon America. I mean, once the other countries switch over to a different currency, the dollar bill will no longer work because they don't want paper money. Wow, this is interesting. And there is actually people out there now that will only accept cash. They're trying to get as much of the cash paper out of out of circulation. And that makes sense. That's why when you go to a bank and you need a big amount of money, a loan, you can't get that kind of money in cash. I mean, you probably can, but it would take forever to get a giant donation of cash from a bank. And it makes sense to me. I really don't know what's going to happen. Hello, Miss Beck Pecky Peck. How you doing? How you doing? I seen you were live last night. Great live. Oh, there's Tahoe right behind her. There's Tahoe. But I don't know what's going to happen either because a lot of these countries are they're saying China is going to make a switch and Japan's going to make a switch. Oh, there's little Debs. How you doing, Deb? Hey, I messaged you, Deb, that I was going to be going live. Uh, I guess a couple tornadoes did hit Michigan out here this morning. I fell asleep on the couch again, Debbie. I fell asleep on the couch. I'm sorry, I was tired. But we are talking about how the dollar bill in America is collapsing. And I was watching this one guy, uh, Japanese guy or from China or whatever, and he said he put all his money into silver mines and gold mines, and they were laughing at him. He can still make money with gold, right? If he needs paper, he just turns in the gold and gets paper money. But he says he don't even do that. And they were laughing at him, and then they said, "Well, why are you investing in all this?" And then he explained it all. Right? He said America is one of the corruptest countries in the world. He said, don't listen to what anyone is telling you. It is a proven fact that America is the most corrupt country in the world. And then he went on to say that these other countries are coming together and they're going to abolish their money way, their paper money stuff. And that is going to send America into a dramatic downfall. And they were still laughing at him, right? Well, even if they did do that and the dollar is worth nothing anymore and it collapses, the government collapses and builds debt, they're making outstanding debt and it's going to implode on itself. And the guy said, that's exactly what I want to happen. And they were like, what are you talking about? He's like, because I will be a very, very, very rich man because I own 4 or 5 mining businesses that mine nothing but silver and gold. And you won't be able to do anything in America unless you got silver or gold because paper is nothing. You can burn it. He said you might as well wipe your butt with it. And everything will be turned over into gold and silver. And I was even like, that's crazy, right? But then it makes sense. You go back and watch all these videos, how people go to banks and they're like, we can't get you that kind of cash. People expect to walk into a bank and, hey, I need $500,000 cash. I need $1 million cash. You can't get it. You got to wait, right? So they can get their resources to get that kind of cash into their bank. And the guy was explaining, he said they might take other people's money to use to give them the loan because they don't have enough cash. People got millions and millions of dollars in these safety boxes and all kinds of other things in the bank. But they might take other people's cash, which that's nothing new. They've been doing that for a long time and using it to give loans and then if that goes sour, then people are out. I think that happened before in America where the bank was giving loans to people, but they were using other people's money. And then it went sour. They didn't get the money back that they loaned out, and the bank had to fold. So yeah, I mean it is coming. Hell is coming. We are already in hell in America, folks. Hell's coming. It's already coming down south with all the hurricanes. Everything is $5 now. I went to the store the other day and went to go get a taco at the gas station. Everything's $5. When it was $3.99, I'm like, whoa, what happened? That fast? They're like, yeah, we're raising everything, the food. I'm like, oh, geez. So then I went down the street yesterday to get a gyro at the restaurant down the street here. And I'm like, I called the order in and I'm like, yeah, I think it's like usually about $9. He's like, hey, well, it's gone up. And I'm like, what do you mean it's gone up? He's like, yeah, the price has gone up. It's no longer $9 for a euro. It's I think it was 11 bucks, 11.99 or something like that. After taxes, it came to $13. Everything has gone up. Gas is like $3.78, 79 cents out here. Eggs have gone up. Eggs are like $4 out here and stuff. So everything's gone up. And people are complaining about it. They can't pay for it. I can tell you this much. We do have confirmation that the devil and his witch has really pulled a number on America. And when Trump was saying it was a witch hunt, I do believe they are. I think I think finally they believe that it is true, what they said in the Bible. Now a lot of people are running Sodom and Gomorrah videos saying, "Well, we're hating to say this, but we do believe that America's become Sodom and Gomorrah." And if that's the case, folks, don't don't look back. Just like in the Bible, uh, wasn't it Lot's wife that one of his wives or whatever looked back and turned into a pillar of stone or whatever? We always said America was the hub for these terrorist organizations, just like Iran has their own terrorist organizations and everything, and they all are used by their governments. Right? It's so they don't get dirty hands, so they don't get caught committing murder and crime on their own citizens, war crimes, and experiments on their own citizens. So what do? They have these terrorist organizations do it right underneath the table. They pay them. So I agree with some of these professionals. The dollar bill is almost at an end unless something happens dramatically. They put it. We're letting business run America. You can't get a small loan no more. You have to get at least a $2,500 loan, even if you need a couple $100 through a bank. You can't get it. It's got to be 2,500 or more. Uh, Everything's gone up except for the cost of living and your paychecks, the hourly wage. It ain't working, folks. Right? And now these professionals are saying they don't want it to work. They want this country to collapse because most of these people are going to be very rich, very, very rich, because they're invested in other things. So I say continue to do what you're doing in America. Now, we know that a lot of these groups are teaming up. What is Lane doing now? Debbie took him out. Oh, good. That'll teach you, Lane. Listen, we got a bunch of witches and demons around this little town. This is supposedly a church town, but there's more hell than there is good in this little town. You got a bunch of these people, they'll tell you lies or whatever, and they'll do whatever. Don't believe them. It's all sleight of hand, folks. It's all sleight of hand. Watch over here as we do this. So I do predict something huge is coming to America, folks. Can it be stopped? No, it can't be stopped. I don't care if Kid Rock gets up on, hey, how you doing, kid? I don't care if he even gets up there and says, hey, everybody better stop. You can't stop this, kid. There ain't no way you can stop it. Trump can't stop it. No one can stop it. Why? Because it's biblical. It's biblical. I do believe some of these professionals are right. These people that thought they were praising God or praying to God, it was not God. It was the great deceiver, the ball of light, the one that came to you in a ball of light, acting like he was Jesus. And these people took the bait. I'm thinking maybe. I think the professionals might be right. And when you have a system that's based on the dollar bill and money, right, what can you do? Nothing. Everything is based on money. If you don't work, you don't eat. Your family dies. You don't have money, you die. The whole system from day one was bad. From day one. And are they burning down all the trees? Well, you need trees to make money, folks. If you ain't got trees, you ain't got money unless you start making money out of cannabis, like in the olden days, and grow cannabis. But without trees, you ain't got wood, you ain't got homes, you ain't got money. Money comes from trees. That's why that old saying is money don't grow on trees. No, it don't grow on trees, but it is from trees. That's how they make paper. That's how they build homes and everything. Are they burning down the forest deliberately? Yes. They want to make sure this country is a desert, has no resources, clean water, good luck. They can't even keep people from going into grocery stores and contaminating the water or food, right? I mean, it makes sense to me. 10 years ago, we called it the fleecing of America, and people were like, ah, cut it out. It's just a matter of time. The rich get richer and the poor get poorer. They're trying to divide everybody. They're rich. And us people that are poor will remain poor. Every person on this earth was a slave at one time, and that's what they're trying to bring back. You won't be able to work unless one of these rich people open up a business and pay their own people. Right? You're a slave for society. Even white men were slaves. And it makes sense because the Bible is coming true every day in America with our neighborhoods, our our societies, our schools, our zoos. Why? Well, because most of these people that are rich were punks at one time, selling crack, drugs, whatever on the street. They got lucky, hit it big, made millions of dollars. But what they don't tell you is they killed, they raped and pillaged and got that money or got that chance. There really ain't no thing as making an honest living anymore, I guess. Being happy with being able to feed your family and have great weekends or whatever with the family or just yourself or whatever, and enjoy your weekends. There is no more of that. And like I said, one day somebody was going to wake up and they were going to walk all over this country and they're going to tell you, my kids need to, to live. And they'll wipe out half of this country, whether you're rich, a rock star, a movie star, whatever. Because I do believe these people think that they're better. than all the rest of us because they made a deal with the devil. And they think everybody is better. They're all better than the rest of us, right? They forgot where they came from. Most of these people forgot where they came from. Once they got money, they they have no idea who you are. They change their names. They fake their debts. They become gluttons. They become money misers. As a great man once said, a great lyricist, Ronnie Van Zant, uh, I'd rather quit and go back home than to deal with the money miser. Right? And that money miser is a guy that don't care nothing about you or anything. He just cares about how much money he's going to make. If you can't make him that much, if you ain't bringing in your load, it's like a mafia crew. If they're not making money, bringing money into the main boss or whatever, they get rid of them. It's really a sick world. It really is. It is demonic. But you have to look back at the Bible. The Bible said this. This world is not of ours. It's after we die and go to heaven. This world here that we're on, this earth, I guess Satan runs. I don't know. I guess so. I don't know. Hello, Miss Brunswick. Oh, we got everybody in here. On Beck. Your dad. Who's your dad on Beck? Tahoe? Tahoe, are you here? I don't know who her dad is. Shelly, yeah. So good to see you. Debbie says, how are you, my friend? Thanks, Debbie. Yes, Miss Shelly, how you doing? There is no more dollar menu at the dollar store. There's no more dollar menu at the McDonald's. There's no. Everything's gone up. They're choking people out. They're choking this country out. I don't know if we could build refineries fast enough to save it. I probably would be. Feeling a little under the weather today. Yeah, I was tired, man. I got up real early because the weather radio was going off. We had that giant storm up in Michigan. I got up way too early, like 7, 8 o'clock. And next thing I know, I think it was probably 1 o'clock, and I fell asleep. Probably slept for a good half an hour right on the couch. This is how. Yeah, last night I went to bed early last night. I went to bed early. I see Kid Rock's here. I seen Trump. Where was Trump? Oh, I seen Trump last night. Seen Trump last night. So, big business. I wouldn't even say business, but I'm thinking the banks are probably controlling everything. Uh, Real estate has skyrocketed. I got word from an insider that we're getting ready to crash the real estate bubble and the banks. Everything they raised everything, man. They have homes out here that are dilapidated. and they want $150,000 for them, and the whole thing needs to be gutted. Drywall falling down and everything in it. They did this, folks. We let these people do this. Real estate, car dealers, cars are unbelievably expensive. It's just unreal. We let these people set the price of stuff, right? Would I pay $100,000 for a 1968 Camaro? No, you got to be crazy. When it sold for $3,000 in 1968, why would I pay? Well, inflation. You can't get it no more because they stopped producing them. I got wind that there's a little place over in Japan, China. If I want a 1968 Camaro, I can have it built by a Japanese car dealer and have it shipped over here for cheaper than $100,000. You can't win. These people keep saying, now we're going to make America great again. Everything American, built American. Then you're going to pay $500 for a roll of toilet paper. You can't. God is smacking this government and these rich people in the face in this country. You can't win. You can't compete with China and Japanese. Why? Because they want to. As soon as you stamp something made in America, you're going to pay 5 times more than what it's being made somewhere else. That ain't going to make America great again because no one's going to afford your crap. I ain't going to pay $20,000 for a 50-inch TV because it was made in America. You got to be crazy. If that's what they're thinking, it ain't going to work. Because over half of the population in this country, 3/4 of it, is poor. You ain't going to make a lot of money. Why do you think these cheap guitar companies, I can get a guitar that'll blow a Gibson Les Paul out of the water for $300? Looks just like a Gibson. We let these people and these companies wreck our country. And then when we stand up and we get ready to wipe them all out, they kill everybody. Tyrants. There is no justice in America. There is none of this crap you people keep talking about with this Constitution and all this crap. Okay, the Constitution. All right, you got rights to bear arms against the world. You do. That should be left in place. You have the right to protect yourself in America. You got to, because America is full of nuts. Even the white dudes are nuts. Most of these people you're seeing in the music business today were gangbangers and killed many people and sold many drugs. Right? Who do you think founded NWO or whatever it was? Eazy-E. What was he? He was a drug dealer and a pimp, and he made a lot of money. Lots of money. And then it took him to pay for all the stuff for NWO to get started. Right? They used Eazy-E's money because he was loaded. This is what I don't understand. Our whole lives we were raised by this military crap with our family in the military. Don't do this, be good, Johnny. And here all around, these people are richer than making bank, and everyone telling you make an honest living, make an honest living. Then they turn around and make fun of you because you're poor or you can't afford to get brand new teeth or you can't afford to take your, and that, it's just, that's why that happened in America, folks. That's why this all is happening in America, because American people are finally fed up with it. You're trying to tell these people to be good and everything, and they're not going to listen to you. There's only one way you're going to get the streets clean in our cities and the gunfire to quit and the people coming up dead and everything in our country. But they won't do it. They're all making me. Oh, Gypsy Rose. Yeah. Well, they reward you for killing. Right? She did her time. She got out. Now she's probably richer than them. They feed on it. This whole entertainment thing. They feed on it. They feed on it. There's rumors of Chris Watts in the movie and him making bank on it, and everybody making money on all this stuff or whatever. The story sells. They get paid. I heard there's a movie in the works for this guy that killed his three kids. Right? Money. They're going to offer him money. He's in prison. He won't be able to ever spend it on anything but giving it to his family or using it to live in prison. It's almost like Satan is rewarding these people. It's just madness. The real estate bubble, the cars, all the vehicles that are, you can buy a brand new car from 2001, never been drove, been sitting on a lot up in Michigan. It ain't never gonna work. They think they're so smart. We're gonna fit. You can't fix it. For one, you shouldn't be producing all these cars at once. You made the Model T came out and that ran for I don't know how many years, right? Ford only produced the Model T and that was it. He didn't go into producing anything else until all the Model Ts were sold. He didn't have a buttload of Model Ts sitting around. Why? Because he did not produce anything until it was sold. Then he produced it, thus for saving giant car lots filled with cars that nobody's going to buy. The whole way of their thinking is delusional. Delusional. They're making sports cars that no one is ever going to buy. You think I'm going to spend $1 million on a car? You got to be half nuts. And as soon as you drive it off of the lot, it depreciates 3/4 of it. You pay $1 million for it. You drive it off the lot. It's only worth 550,000. You're losing money. It ain't gonna work, gentlemen. You're trying to sell a home on not even an acre of land, and it's dilapidated, and you want $150,000 out of it, someone will buy it, but a rich man, because there ain't nobody poor gonna buy a home like that. And then you got to gut the whole thing, tear out all the insulation because it's the roof's leaking. You got to replace any rotting wood. You got to tear out all the walls, all the drywall, everything. You got to tear the roof off to find the leak, and then re-roof it. You'd be $150,000 into the rehab. I don't know. I guess people were just raised differently. People are never satisfied. If I had a home, a 3-bedroom home on a piece of land, I'd be satisfied. Right? I'd be happy. Would I need another home? No, no. I didn't. I'd buy that home, and then if more family, you have a kid or whatever, then you put on a spare room. I'm not the money miser in this country. I'm just a movie maker, a YouTuber. That's about it. Song and dance man. I don't need $50 trillion to be the head honcho, and that's what we're dealing with. We got these idiots that are trying to become the richest man in the world, and they don't care if they lose a country. They don't care about you or me. I'm dumber than a rock. But these dudes want to be on Forbes 500 list as the richest man in the world. And they are literally letting this country and other countries go right down the tube so they can accomplish their mission of being the Forbes top 500 richest men in the world. People are talking about getting rid of the internet because it's a waste of money. All your documentation, all your stuff gets stolen over the internet. They can't keep up with it with these people. 86,000 new IRS agents were hired. You should have hired 86,000 YouTube agents to find out who's hacking everybody's channels and who's doing this crap, stealing views and subs, and that's what they should have done. There's more theft over the internet than there is in real life. People were going into banks and stealing. They don't have to no more. For one, they found out that there's no money in the banks for stealing. What are you going to do? Go in there, make a big heist, risk everything for a couple $100,000? Ain't worth it. Because they don't carry cash like that in banks anymore. The money is over the internet. Stealing over the internet. That's where all this money is. They can get into a bank through the internet and wipe everybody out. It's just crazy. It's crazy. I don't. Debbie's right. Shelley, New Brunswick's right. Can you take the city out of the city, boy? I don't know. I lived on the outskirts of the city. I only went into the city when I had to. Other than that, we spent our vacations up north in Wisconsin, Minnesota. I'm in down south, Tennessee, Kentucky. When I was a kid, fishing. We didn't spend our time in the city unless we had to go in the city. We were about 30 miles outside of Chicago, little suburb out there. Uh, didn't spend a lot of time in the city unless I had to go down there for work or just to hang out with people, on a New Year's night or something like that, or Christmas. We'd go down there. My younger days when I was in my 20s and stuff. But other than that, I couldn't live in there. There's too many people in the city, building on buildings. I need trees. I need I need to see green grass. I never was a real, city boy. I mean, I've been to the city. I've hung out in the city. I've remodeled a couple bars down in Chicago, some Irish bars and stuff with some businesses that I worked for when I was younger. Uh, that was about it. We'd go down to the city to drink, hang out, whatever, and then we were back to our suburb. Now, I'm not knocking anybody in the city. Some people don't mind it. I can't stand beeping horns all day and traffic and gunshots all day. And no grass to do anything. You ain't going to be cutting grass in the city because there is none. You said you want to live on that mountain with no neighbors. I didn't say that. You must have been watching your YouTube stuff and think I said it. I didn't say it. Why the heck would I want? That was Joe Rogan that said that. Civilizations moved into the mountains. Why? So people couldn't get to them. If you were going to go to war with them people, you would have to climb a giant mountain to get to them. Was it great strategy? Yes. Was there any resources? No. No. There was no resources except for what was on that mountain. But the only reason they moved that high up was for war strategy, right? Where are we going to fight these people? Up there. That's Mount St. Helena or Mount, whatever, the tallest mountain in the world where the Buddha monks live. We're going up there to fight. How are we going to get up there? Climb. What? It's snowing up there. 50 to 70 below zero. That's why they moved it. And maybe they knew about the Great Flood, and if it flooded, the only thing that would be left is the top of the mountains to survive. Who knows? You said Debbie says you said the country. Me either, Shelley. I don't do city life. Too many people. Yuck. Yeah, I know. I know. I mean, I've stayed in the city for a little bit, but I can't do it. Too many honking, beeping, and all that crap. Debbie, I never said I wanted to live on a mountain with no neighbors. I said I wanted to live in the wilderness with no neighbors, but I don't know about on a mountain. You have to remember, you got to go to the store sometime. You come walking all the way off of that mountain just for a soda pop. I don't know. It's gone crazy. You know, over 75% of the country has listeria, which is a pathogen that deteriorates the brain and body. It's no wonder everyone's going crazy. I just hope Jesus gets here before America goes down in flames and we're all living in the streets and the power is up. Do you know other countries have free power? You know they got rid of Castro because of that. Now, folks, be safe. We still have storms that can form, even though the major big storm went by. Uh, I think until 3 o'clock today, they're calling for tornado warnings all over. Yeah, you just stay there a little bit. Nice and safe where you're at. You're up in the mountains, anyways. Safe from the floods and the crazies. Although you have to deal with the crazies in the woods. Pretty soon the dollar won't be worth crap. I don't know how this happened. How is other countries' money? You get more value with other countries' money than you are with American money. Uh, this is why we're in this predicament. Businesses want to make more money, thus for they raise the price on their product, but yet they're not paying the people. So the rich become rich, but the poor remain poor. I think I'm going to open a business. That's where the money is now. They hired 86,000 IRS agents. For what? We're all poor. You want to take our underwear too? You want to leave the American people naked? Everyone's poor. They might live in a nice house, but they ain't got no money because they're making that payment on that home. I don't know. It don't look good. And if we do turn over this thing, and like Trump's saying, we're going to make America great again, we're going to produce everything here, well, then we're going to be spending a lot of money, folks. We're going to be spending a lot of money. Because American workers are the most expensive workers in the world, right? You got to pay them, right? They're not going to go to work for $5 an hour. I mean, we're just slaves. These people are blind. They brainwashed all you. We're all still slaves. Slavery is alive and well in America. A lot of people are saying you're nuts. No, I am nuts. I'll agree with you on that. But as sure as the day is long, slavery still exists. We are all slaves to these rich people. I am waiting for my check from the government for slavery, my family being slaves, ancestors, slaves. But because I'm white, Heinz 57, right? Don't hold your breath. I'm getting a slavery check. Yeah, Shelly eggs have gone way up. Before they were $1.59 out here in this little town. And then I seen them go up to $2, and I was like, well, that ain't too bad. $2 for a dozen of eggs. And then it jumped to $3, and then it jumped. Now it's 3.7 or $4 for a. If you want to get that big container of eggs, it's like $6. Eggs are just as expensive as gasoline right now, but gasoline is making a comeback, and they raised the price out here. And I think they're all in cahoots because I could drive to the next town and it'd be 30 cents cheaper, right? Last week I went to the town over Angola and it was $3.37, right? And in my town, it was $3.70 something cents. A couple days ago, I went back there and the price was raised there and it dropped a couple cents there. So these people that own these gas stations, they buy a bunch of them and then they communicate with other gas stations. You going to raise the price over there? We'll keep our price low this week. We'll get the business. Next week, we'll raise our prices. You lower your prices, and you'll get all the business. And that's how it's done. They have monopolized everything. They're choking America out. And the government is letting it happen. And now they want to raise taxes. We still live in ancient times, medieval times, when the king taxed the people. That's how this all started. That's how this all started. They got taxes from England because the king was taxing everybody. That's how this whole thing started. They came into an area, they took over the area, they built a castle, then they went amongst the lands and told the people, you're going to pay the king. I'm like, what king? What are you talking about? The new king, right? As you're looking at 100,000 soldiers behind the guy, right? You're going to pay this amount of money to the king, or you're going to, you will kill you and take your land and your home. That's how this whole tax thing that we still live in medieval times. They didn't have taxes before then. You paid a tax to the king. You didn't pay a tax on anything else. People didn't know what taxes was. When you bought food from somebody in medieval times, you go, how many you want? I want 3 shillings. You paid them 3 shillings. That was it. No taxes, none of that crap, whatever. When America got discovered and then conquered, that's when they started their taxes, when the white man came here. From where? The same place where the taxes were already being taken. You were forced in paying taxes. Or they would pillage your town, rape and pillage your children, and either lock you up in jail or take you away. Now, I suggest we continue to look for these witches that have been cursing me. You know, I was in a chat yesterday, and a couple of the women were saying that someone is cursing me. They're cursing you, Daddy. And I wasn't in a tarot reading card or anything. I was in a crime channel. Who are the witches? And why are we not trying to find these witches or warlocks and do away with them? I have no idea. Are they the cause of America's demise? Are they cursing America? Are they cursing the world? Cursing us? I don't know. I'm already in hell, if you ask me. And we were drove there from most of these people that we listened to. And then one day they woke up and decided to change their whole ways. And they led a bunch of people straight into hell. And now they're like, oh, well, we're changing our ways. After you led all these people and your viewers and everybody into hell, into sin, now all of a sudden you're changing your way. They found God. Unbelievable. It looks like we got some blue skies out there coming in now. But that does not mean a storm cannot pop up. So please be safe. All right, this whole world does not make sense to me at all. Not at all. You know, they tell people, you know, I was going to open a cannabis business, right? But you can't. You can't because they want so much money to open it. They're like, well, you got to have this insurance. You got to have at least $1 million in it. And I'm like, these people are the ones that fought so hard to make cannabis illegal. And now most of them, behind our backs, have opened up cannabis stores and are making tons of money. When them themselves were the ones that said, oh, it's against the law, you can't do that. And they made people believe that it was against the law. Why? So they can get a grip on it, so they can establish the cannabis business and get a hold of it and monopolize it and make money before anybody got wind that these were the people that were telling us it was illegal. It's unbelievable. If you ain't got credit in this country, you can't do nothing. You got to jump through red tape, red everything, and you still get denied. I say before we do anything, we find all these witches, and they might be within our own families. They might be within our own towns, our own government. But If this is the problem and they're creating this sickness, cursing people, using voodoo and magic, how about we get rid of them first? Then we start organizing America and rebuilding. It's mad, folks. Either way you look at it, it's complete madness. I don't know. We're at an hour here. That's my rant and rave. I want all you ladies to be safe out there. God bless. I'm no longer listening or being brainwashed by these people. And a lot of these women were saying they're brainwashing me. There ain't nobody coming to help you. There ain't nobody doing anything. They're using you. They're doing this. They're doing that. Well, now it's my turn to use them in this country. They're trying to keep me quiet. They're trying to keep me poor. But now people are doing the same thing that these rich people did. And the rich don't like it because now the poor are killing, raping, and pillaging to make money. And the government, you can't do that. Well, you did it when you founded this country. You came in, you killed all my people, and you made us start paying the king taxes. Right? I don't know. Now the poor are doing the same thing. They're killing everybody. Just as the government has killed this country by letting these big businesses. And why did they let it happen? Because the big businesses were lining their pockets. That's why. Insurance for homes have gone up and everything. Why? Well, because they were paying for these people to live, these billionaires, to live on the coast. We know their house is going to be wrecked every year, and the insurance company will have to pay out millions, billions. And who do you think they're going to collect that money from? Us poor people that are paying insurance on our cars and homes out here. Outrageous prices. And each year we got to rebuild the coastlines and where everyone lives and everybody. Oh, their home was lost. Well, let's see. You spend $5 million to build a home in a state that's proven fact it's sinking. There's hurricanes every year and massive rain. Everything gets flooded out. And you want us to feel sorry for you because you folks are building where you shouldn't be building. It's not safe to be building. It's a hazard. It's costing money. Not for you rich people, but for us poor people paying insurance because they raise our insurance. I don't know. I've had enough of this madness. I don't care about anything anymore. I really don't. I really don't care too much about anything anymore. People cry, oh my God, they're killing the kid. Well, stay home. Keep your kids off the street at night. Maybe your kid shouldn't have tried breaking into a poor man's house that don't have nothing and stealing from him or whatever. Maybe he's, who knows? I don't have all the answers. Look towards God. I'm not God and I'm not the boss. God is. I don't know. I don't know. But you folks have a great day. Be safe. Let me see what my Justin Clutch, them pearls. Oh no, I am sorry. Okay, change menu, chicken soup with crackers. Oh, I love Justin. He's a fabulous. He was one of the first YouTube channels. I think I'm just saying, folks, don't get upset at me when there's a dramatic change in America. Okay? Don't get mad. You can have an uproar. You can get mad about it, whatever. You can curse us. And from what some of these channels were saying last night, that's exactly what these people have been doing to me and many others. But don't get upset when one day you wake up and it's all over with. Don't blame me for it. Don't blame me for it. I'm for it. Right? You want to steal? Go steal from these millionaires. Right? Go break into their homes and steal. They all have safes. Go break into their homes. Don't be breaking into poor people's homes and taking what they ain't got. You want to steal? Steal from them. Right? Steal from them. And I'm leaving YouTube. A lot of people are pissed. What are you talking about? I'm done with YouTube. I'm done with YouTube. I'm gonna be like the other people. I'm leaving YouTube. I'm done with this madness. They're just making money off of me. I don't make a dime off of it. Right? They just run stuff on me. I don't know. I have no idea. But I'm done with the whole thing. Oh, good God. Good morning, Miss ATS News. You're up. Hopefully you're feeling better. Hopefully you're feeling better. We're going to be honest with you folks. It is a gang. It is a club. It's who you know in America and who you don't know. It's madness. It's madness. We don't want no part of it. I don't want no part. I have no idea who they're talking about, Justin. Who's Justin? The fever is gone. You're good. Did you contact the airlines and let them know that you were sick as you were on your way back from Disneyland? Did you call the EPA and let them know that you were sick? This is how the outbreaks happen. Do your job as a good American citizen and contact these people, let them know you were sick on a plane, and that whole plane is contaminated. We told them, Miss ATS News says, we told them on JetBlue they gave us an extra barf bag and disinfectant wipes. Thank God. But now that Ebola 27 has entered the American borders, it's a little too late. But at least they tried and gave you an extra barf bag and some hand wipes, disinfectant at that. Were they antibacterial or just disinfectant? What's the difference between antibacterial and disinfectant? But you find out who's cursing this country and its people. and you wipe out their whole country. And then you make an example out of them in the American borders. Now I'm talking to the Pentagon, the White House, and Congress. If you don't want a bloodbath in America, I think you better find these witches and deal with them. Because I got word that this is going to start happening in America. And you're going to find a lot of women dead and a lot of men dead because they're witches and warlocks. Now, I didn't create this. Don't come at me getting pissed at me, Johnny. This was here all along. This was going on in America all along. It wasn't me that created it. But because I won't kill you people, you blame me. But now God has said, you're going to have to kill these people because they're doing it to our country. I don't know, but I ain't going to. But that's why they do. They want to use me for things. But well, now we're going to use them and their people for things. Right? So Pentagon, I know you're out there. I know you hear everything I hear. I know my phone's everything. I know we've had the best of them. I know you can hear me and you see this. I suggest you do something. Unless you want this bloodbath to occur. And I'm starting to think that's what you want. So you don't have to get your hands dirty. You're hoping that a war breaks out and you're going to stand back and you're going to let these people do what they have to do in America so you don't get your hands dirty. We know already. We got the intel. We got everything. We know. We know. People no longer care about authority. I knew this was going to happen. I knew it. I knew it. There's people out there saying we love our country, but we'll kill these cops better than crap. They don't like authority no more. They won't attack the federal government, but they're going to kill these cops. Why? Because they don't like authority. Who are they? I don't know. They're not authority like federal government. They're authority of the states, which these states do not exist no more. This is the United States of America. For one, you should have never divided up the country like that. It was stupid. Everything. I don't know. These people thought they were smart back in the day, but they weren't. You're an American. I live in Ohio. No, you're an American. They should have never named anything other than America. They divided all these states up in land. Why? Because somebody bought it. Then they created their own state. Who knows? I don't know. I don't have all the answers. Ask God. You had a fever of 102 yesterday? Oh boy. Debbie, did you see what I sent you on Facebook? I sent it to Johnny too. I didn't see it. I don't know. I don't know. There is talk of a new internet coming out. I've been getting word that this internet that we're using, this whole YouTube thing, this whole thing, that's all going to go away because it's been figured out. It's been hacked. YouTube channels hacked, Facebook hacked, all that. They can't stop it, folks. I'm going to be the first ones to tell you that the United States government cannot stop it. They don't even give a crap anymore because we're getting ready to use new stuff that's unhackable. This all will go away. And I thought it's about time. They should have did this a long time ago. An unhackable computer and an unhackable internet line. And we'll have to throw all of our stuff that we paid hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars on, thousands, will all have to be thrown in the garbage because it'll all be outdated. Now, do I think there's an internet system that exists that is unhackable? Yeah, but that's military government stuff, and even that gets hacked into once in a while. So, is there any way of doing this without being hacked? No, but they're going to make a million, billion, quadrillions dollars off of it, telling you that this is going to be an internet unhackable computer and system. And then we'll throw all of our old computers out and get rid of all of our internet services and get this new stuff. And it won't be long, but next thing you know, there'll be hackers. Someone will get pissed off within the company and give the secrets away, and the next thing you know, it'll happen again. Someone will be offered money, millions of dollars to break the code or give the code of the new internet system, and it'll all be hacked again. This is Satan's world, folks. Why? Because it's repetitious. This has happened before. When it'll happen again, it continues happening. I don't know. All right, I'm going to get off this contraption. Now, folks, be safe. We do have some storms around today. Some are naturally forming, some are mechanically being formed. Yeah, they've covered all the bases, folks. The weather, well, witches used to be able to control the weather, and the government came to us and they're like, well, they control weather. Can we? Sure. We'll create tornadoes, we'll create hurricanes. If the witches and warlocks can do it, by golly, the United States military will. And now the witches and demons and the warlocks and all that are going. The magic men are going, well, we thought we were the only ones. Now that could be. No. See, it's just madness over and over again. I don't want no part of it. No, you ladies have a good day. God bless. You're all great ladies. Even though you're cursing me, can't stand me and chewing on my gonads and everything. Debbie just messaged me last night. She is getting a bull balls purse. It's the shape of a bull's nutsack. She's getting one. They're all folding. Well, because it's the new thing. And the people that are creating this stuff have cast a spell upon the American people. And they know if one woman out there sees a nutsack purse, that every single woman in America will want one. And now they all want nutsack purses. They all want it. It's horrible. It is just horrible. Right? Who was the genius behind this? You know, we've sold every kind of purse out there. What haven't we done? Well, we haven't done a bull balls purse, a gonad sack purse. We haven't? No. Oh, it'll make millions. I bet it would. Now look at it. They brainwashed them all. It's a curse. Either that or it's chemical. We have the proof now. There's no turning back. World War III will happen. All over gonad, bull balls, curses. It's horrible. All right, I got to get out of here. I'm not feeling good today. I'm tired. I'm mad. I'm all kinds of stuff. Can barely breathe. I got these people cursing me. I got all this stuff cursing me and everything. And God's supposed to be loved, but he's killing everybody. I don't know. It don't make sense to me. God bless you all. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you all later. And madness. I don't want none of it. I don't want nothing to do with it. It's killed or be killed in America, and I'm done with it. God bless you all. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you later.